All right, let's do it live on a Friday edition of the program. I am merely Beau. He is the great Z. Good to have you back on a Schedule Release Reaction Friday.
Great to be back. And I'll tell you, I think I'm on to something here, folks.
On so many ways that we can go here. It's just a matter of which way you choose.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of people think, I want to take the day on a Friday, which makes a lot of sense, or a Monday, give yourself a 3-day weekend. But there's something to the Thursday.
Well, Thursdays and Tuesdays suck the most.
Right, especially not in football season when there's no Thursday night football.
Sure, yeah.
What are we doing here on a Thursday? But it feels like a 3-day week. Then you have that.
Real 2 Fridays.
And then Friday's like a real Friday, and I'm happy to be here.
Sure.
It's a Friday.
We got things to discuss. The weather's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It was, I don't know.
It's pretty good. It's a savvy
pretty
move.
good.
You rarely see just a random middle week off
Yeah.
day. But it really, in a sense, it allows for you to have an absolute first Friday.
Yep. Pure.
A pure Saturday.
Yep.
And then what's today? No big deal.
No big
It's
deal.
Nothing. You're right back in.
So refreshed.
I like Friday anyway.
Love it anyway.
You can see that. Yeah,
It's my favorite.
Bad.
It's my favorite day to
Interesting
come to work
play.
anyway. Is a Friday.
I think for a staycation, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
As opposed to adding it a Monday or a Friday and extending the weekend.
Right.
Kind of just a bonus, baby.
It was, yeah. It felt like I was doing something.
Here's the other thing that I think
I shouldn't be doing.
It's the forbidden nature of it.
Yeah.
I think this is the other part. You probably felt like you were the only guy not working.
Well, turns out it's a lot of people who were working. It turns out yesterday.
I think anybody in the finance business, they work like 12 hours a week. That's and they just play a lot of golf.
They don't want to see. Yeah.
No, it's not
They're
great
not happy
right now.
now.
That's not great right now.
No.
But if you followed your Uncle Beau's financial advice, you'd be fine.
That's right.
Not as great as you would have been a couple of weeks ago, but still much
Better.
more stable. Better, not worse.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of it too, because usually if you take a random Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, it feels like you're the only one who's got it. So you're like, wow, everybody else is grinding.
Suckers.
I sorted it out.
So it was great.
I like that play out of you. I think that's a very, very nuanced take, and I'm for it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm thinking about it now and thinking maybe I ought to rethink some of these. Instead of the 3-day weekend, a little boom, right back, boom.
Yeah.
I like it.
It almost feels like I'm getting 2 weekends.
It does. You did.
Yeah.
Because you're out of here Wednesday whenever you're out of here.
Yeah.
That's a Friday night.
You said it. And I just turned Thursday into Saturday.
I like it.
And here's the best part.
I like it.
Last night in Chagrin Falls, they closed the street to cars between like M Italian, 17 River Grill, West Street it's called, where JoJo's is there, the sushi place they just opened is there, all the restaurants were there. Coach Tarver, he's fired up. He's got his peeps.
Look at that.
Let's go.
He's got his list.
Let's go.
So great.
You coming in? You want to come in? We might even have a drop by. I don't know, Gibby. Get ready. But they closed the street down. And so it was like a street party, live music, frolicking. Jack Hay made an appearance. She was like the celebrity. Miss K's mom, Jack Hay.
Oh my gosh! I thought you were talking about like the '80s actress
Jack
Hay.
And in fact, somebody asked me if I was Jack Hay's son-in-law.
Coach
That's
Tarver,
how I was introduced.
Come on in.
Come on in, Coach. Look at this. You gotta love this. We're back. We're just so back.
We're so back. It's good. Look at this weather, Coach. Gibby, does he have a mic? We're good.
Is he good? Get him in here.
Come on in here, Coach. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you guys?
You don't
need those headphones. That's right. You don't even need them. You're great. You look great.
I love it.
Why are you so happy today?
We get to go on the field.
Yep.
Get to go on the field. And
first day of the year.
Guys, it's absolutely beautiful out. Somebody imported the weather from California, so.
It is. It is very much like the home. No doubt about that. You know, we had Taki in here, just a couple of days ago?
Was it yes? No, yeah. It was
Wednesday because I was off on Thursday. I think
Zegura's got this new thing, Coach. He took off yesterday to play golf.
Yeah.
And he's presented a very compelling case that taking off a random Thursday is maybe underrated and ought to be the play because Wednesday now feels like Friday.
Wednesday was like Friday night. I got a free
Saturday in the middle of the week.
That was Thursday.
He works today, and now he's right.
And I'm thrilled to be here too. I'm as happy as you are to be here today.
Yeah, Yeah, well, we got players in the building. Well, number one, that must be nice.
Yeah, it was. It was nice.
He's not taking days off.
It was quite nice. They
He's
had
grinding.
They had some weeks earlier, but he's grinding. He's getting ready.
I heard Sione called me tough as nails because no
right.
matter what goes on, because I got my neck going and stuff, I'm still throwing drills just as
That's
much.
right.
As I
That's what he
used to.
said, right? Yes.
He came and told me. I think he was trying to get brownie points or something. But
Yeah, no, he put you over pretty big there. But how are you feeling? How is the neck and are you able to spin
I can
it?
still spin it. I'm incredibly accurate. I just don't have a lot of arm space. I'm like that quarterback that's really accurate, but the deep ball better get up early.
Yeah. You're not throwing the 20-yard digs. You're accurate. You're a system
I've been
quarterback.
rehabbing by pitching a lot of wiffle balls and baseballs to my kids. So
Okay.
There you go.
that's
There
how
you
I
go.
made it. But I still don't have, I don't have my crow hop laser that I used to have from shortstop. So
Are we
I gotta
building
get it back.
towards that?
Yeah. I've only been able to do lifting and throwing for a few weeks, so I'm just getting started. So yeah, I'm being real careful, which is hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to get in the weight room
Sure.
Yeah.
who down here at the end
Let's
of the
go.
table.
Thomas
Nathan.
Jr.
Let's
down here
go.
at the end of the
Fired
table.
up. When I see him in there, we both get all pumped up.
Get pumped up,
Fired
man.
up,
Like,
you
let's
know.
go.
And
I
right
can't
now,
wait till you're
can't-
back, though. Then we're going to start throwing weights around.
Oh, yeah. Right now, I can't go quite that. I got to be cautious
Yeah.
and careful, which is very hard for me to do. So
Yeah.
I think we're all old enough. I don't see any reason how there isn't a Hans and Franz spin-off that you
With
do.
us?
you
We'd be
guys,
great
you
at
guys
get
put
all
it
the way
together.
back. We're on the radio.
Get there. Get the guns
there.
ready.
Let's go.
I like
See
it.
those golf muscles.
Let's go. That's
you
right.
Get that day off. He gets tan, gets his muscles.
I did
it's
get a
all
little
good.
That's
tan.
what happened.
That's right. Got a little tan in there.
Really
Yeah,
accentuates
no doubt.
the build, doesn't it? What type of juice it getting all the guys in here? This rookie class in here. We saw them come in on the bus. It's such a monster moment for them.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's really, really cool because they come in and they're so full of energy, especially our defensive tackle from Oklahoma.
Yes.
As we all saw and now he's famous for.
Yeah.
But their eyes are so bright. And it's just
Yeah.
awesome to watch the youth, the excitement, and everything's new. To watch them experience things that are new and exciting is it's so cool. Watch them interact together. Watch them interact with us. See who's going to be able to continue the juice as we get to camp because it
That's
gets
right.
harder.
That's
Which
right.
is awesome. So yeah, it's exciting to have them in the building. This offseason has been exciting because most of our guys have been here the entire time. So
Yeah.
really for us, this staff, since we've been here with all the things we've been dealing with, in the country, this is our first time to
Sure.
really have a full offseason with our veterans.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. Like the time with Sione, that's a good example.
Yeah.
Or Jacob Phillips, he looks great right now. Grinding, big, fast, strong, knock on wood,
Yes.
everything. He looks great.
plexiglass.
Jeremiah's moving well. Jeremiah's got a great feel for the defense right now. Just that the first to second off season is really where guys can make a jump because that's when they're like, oh, I really understand this call, or now I get it, coach. I understand that when it's cover 2, I get to do this, or whatever it is.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. You got AWOC back.
Yeah, he looks great too. AWOC was in great shape last year. Now he's in even better shape. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're competing everywhere. Everywhere they go, everything they do. The meetings is a little like this to see who can. I ask a question to the group, and it's like they're ready to hit the buzzer on Jeopardy.
It's like the feud.
Yeah, but they just yell it out, and then because if you mess up at a meeting, that's when you should say then we can fix it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because then by the time you're on the field, you're aggressively speaking. Linebackers we're gonna make the calls, so we're aggressive when we get on the field. So I like the meetings that way where everybody's chiming in, and then if I ever need to direct a question, I can always just go, hey, where do we close the defense here, and then direct it Tony to a younger guy or wherever. So
Yeah,
they'll get
put 'em
ready.
on the spot.
They'll get ready, but then I give them a direct question.
I like
and the
that.
veterans go, because they want to be first.
What I love about you is how much you just love ball. You love the process. You love coaching. You love all of that.
I do.
I
like
know
coming
you
in here,
do.
knocking on the window, and getting myself on the radio.
Why not? Come on in. All right. What is your thoughts on Taki's, what he's doing here, the hair? It's
so
beautiful.
First we've seen it
Beautiful.
was Wednesday.
Yeah.
First we've seen it.
I'm excited. For
Yeah.
one, I tell them all the time I'm jealous. I wish I could still do that.
I mean, it's
Okay, I wish I could. I wish I
unbelievable.
could get that long hair, because the long hair hanging out of your helmet when you're covering a kickoff trying to get somebody is awesome. Okay, so it's great, but he's got some hair competition now. Our rookie free agent, Silas Kelly. Oh yeah, you guys got to check this. He's approaching Per Plus commercials.
Okay.
Like,
Coastal
yeah.
Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to. Some of our rookies have some cool hair game. I will say that.
All right. We're going to keep our eye on him. 6'4", 229. All right. I like
So
that.
we only have one free agent. Now we can talk because he's
It's signed.
in-
It's official.
Yeah, signed
Oh
in
my
here, so-
God.
Yeah, he's got some awesome hair. Yeah, you pulled it up. There it is. Sorry,
I mean,
y'all
it's
can't.
a-
Sorry, y'all can't see
It's
this.
it's a little bit of Marty Jannetty.
baby. Yeah.
I mean, it's a flowing mullet, it appears to me.
It's a Mike Awesome.
Flowing
It's
mullet.
kind of more grown
maybe
out on
John
the sides.
Rambo. Might be a little John Rambo mullet.
Yeah, he's
When they brought him back,
Yeah.
he had to go get him out.
Get
2, not
Bring him
1,
home. Bring him
not
home.
first blood. 2 when he went back. Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
How excited are you for this defense this year? And especially think about your room, the continuity. You just mentioned the guys that have been here now, second year for some of them, third year with you for others. The guys on the back behind your group.
right.
The principal players are back. 7 of your top 8 DBs from a year ago are back.
For example, the first time we do certain drills on the defense, drops for cover 3 or whatever, they all know it. In the first time we did it in camp, after being off for whatever times it is, it was the best we ever did it, if that makes sense. Because we have that recollection in the back end, that back 7. We have that collective memory now. So it's like they all know the drill, and now they're competing to try to do it perfect. Like, who can break the fastest? Who can get from point A to point B the fastest? And then if somebody ever messes up, they all know that it is, and then they tease them, and then we get better. And that's what's really cool is we're able to hopefully go. We always start at step 8. It's what you do as coaches, because you gotta refresh and relearn first.
Sure.
But then when you can get to the next steps quicker and still keep your technique, still keep your fundamentals, get back, set up, break when the quarterback throws the ball. That's what we're going for. So that's already occurred faster.
So that's exciting.
That's really exciting. And that's what you really like as a coach, is you like to see that we're continuing to get better and we're picking up even further than we left off is a way to say it.
You know what Sione mentioned, and it's interesting, like you said, like this staff has never been able to be in front of these guys like this, like without masks, without all of that stuff. He said you can't even wrap your head around the difference between looking through a computer and trying to learn versus being in a room and being near a coach, and for a coach to be able to see facial expression. The type of learning that he's doing, even veteran, is so much more effective than what it's been the last couple of years, and how difficult it was. It's really remarkable that the whole league put the product on the field that it did in the circumstances we were all under.
Agree completely.
Yeah.
I will say Sione did a heck of a job learning, and because his jump from the first year we were here to last year, Sione got better in everything that he did. So he did a nice job on that. But yeah, it's a lot more fun to walk in the room and go, hey, Jacob, what'd you look at last night? And he tells you, I read the notes, I did this, I did this, I did this. I go, so you feel pretty prepared today? Okay. And then to be able to make the quick corrections and it live, because you pick up everything. Because really, you learn with all 5 senses. You learn with everything that's going on.
Oh, I like that.
And you don't get all 5 senses over Zoom. We tried.
You tried.
You know, I put funny videos in between things. I jump around quickly, try to make it like movie cutscenes, like not too long on the same side, just so that, you're not staring at a Zoom screen or whatever it is. Too long at one thing. Even though the point may be the most important point, there might be, something jumping out of water, chasing somebody next to make sure. And then I go back and hit the point again. Yeah. Just to, those are, we got better at it. Yeah. Because that was what we were doing.
Sure.
So you want to be the best you can at anything. So now we got better at it.
If you think about this too, anytime we talk to somebody who played, the thing that they miss the most is the hang. It's hanging out with the fellas. It's we use locker room. Yeah. It's not just the locker room. It's the camaraderie. Of it. It stands for the camaraderie.
Yes.
And that was something that was taken away a bit. You do the best you can, team build, but that was taken away a bit. And now you got it all back.
I would say it's all the way. I'd say it's me walking by you guys coming in here.
Right.
It's everything. It's being around. This is special. We're all special and lucky people that we get to do this. I'm very, very, very fortunate and lucky I get to walk in, talk to you guys. I'm going to go in 30 minutes. I'm going to start on the field with the rookies for their second walkthrough. It's awesome. Very privileged, feel honored. And we just that feeling. I mean, I can't even talk right now. I love that feeling and the guys.
I love it.
So,
yes, it is beautiful.
Beautiful thing.
All right, before we let you go, because I know you've got to get out there, and this is great. You're right. Like Taki, for example, hadn't been in the studio since 2019.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
he was in with us. He was here that first weekend he was drafted. He came in with you and I, and we had him
a bunch of times.
We had a bunch of times, and then nothing.
Then not for 2 years. So
I didn't see him for 2 years.
It's so nice to get to have this. But I want to tell you guys. So I was just out there. I interviewed some of the rookies. We're going to play today. David Bell, Alex Wright. Talked with Isaiah Thomas as well. Great young kids, by the way, all of them. Very impressive young kids. But Alex Wright was wearing this year's bucket hat already. We're big bucket hat guys. I've never seen you in the bucket hat. You're a visor.
I mean, you're a visor.
You're a visor.
Yes.
But this year's bucket is gorgeous, and all the hats are all a camo that is a black, white, gray, brown camo, and the bucket is that way. Your visor is going to be that way because that's an old salute to service one.
Yeah.
It is. It's the best gear I've ever seen.
I'm nervous.
Why are you? It's unbelievable.
I just don't. We have not had a great relationship with that world.
That's on Brad. That's on Brad.
So I just, I'd be jealous seeing this great stuff walk through, and then
we will have
get
these
our hands
bucket
on
hats.
it. Yeah, we need the bucket.
Yeah,
hats.
It's good
bucket
stuff.
Hat
It got me
here
fired up.
we know it.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of room in here. Brad could make a little present, put it in the corner for you guys.
And that's why you're the best. That's why you're the best.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
All right, good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Let's go. He's giddy. Look at him. This
Look
was
how
like me
excited
going.
he is.
This was like me going to the first tee on my
On
first
your
Saturday.
Thursday. That's right. What a time to be alive.
It was great. Great.
That is awesome. Great stuff there. This is the beauty of it.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of it. This is why we're all there.
This is why we're here.
People, they come in, have a good time. We will get to the schedule.
Oh yeah, that happened.
We'll spend some time on that, among other things. We'll hear from some of our rookies as well. We're off and running. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. My friends, the Bath Authority gives you that bathroom of your dreams. They can do it for you in about a day. I ask you a question, why not you transform that current bathroom you have into a custom bath? Make it feel like a spa. Of course you should do this, and you should let the Bath Authority do it for you. They can make it a reality for you at a fraction of the cost of the competitors. The Bath Authority is our area's premier bath and shower remodeler, expert, factory-trained installers. If you give them a call right now at 216-220-8399 or go to thebathauthority.com, you can get $500 off your next custom bath or shower remodel. Every single product made in the United States of America. You can change your bathroom from outdated to outstanding. Again, right now, give them a call, 216-220-8399, $500 off. Tell them Beau sent you. They'll take care of you. The Bath Authority. Get it done. We had a schedule released.
We did. We sure did.
All right. Let me just say this.
Please.
Give me an over-under.
Okay.
On the cost, and I just want to get this out of the way right away, the cost of the Chargers video that went viral. The expenses incurred in that presentation.
You know, it really depends, right?
Animator?
Right.
Storyboard?
Probably. But it depends on if the animator was somebody, if they just found someone who was a very talented anime artist, or if they went with like somebody who is so well known.
To me, that feels like a very specific skill.
It is, but anime's big. I mean, there are a lot of people. I know
it's really big, but to me, it feels like the people that do that, like it would be known who those people are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It feels like that no expense was spared.
No, and no feelings were spared.
None.
Either.
No, none. So
I'm not happy. I'll tell you what. That added some real juice to that game for me. I was already mad at the Chargers, and I'm
October 9th?
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
The urban one was pretty funny, though. The urban one was pretty funny.
No, that was good. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
Pretty good. All right, so you've seen the schedule by now. What do you make of the way that this thing all laid out for us?
So
what are some big themes for you?
Big themes. Split basically in two again, just like last year. 8 games by 9 games to finish. I love that. Three division games in the first half, 3 division games in the second half. I also like that. And you play each team once in the first half, each team once in the second. Remember last year we played Baltimore in consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
In the back half of the schedule. We didn't play a division game, if I'm not mistaken, last year until well into the season. I don't believe I'm mistaken. I think it was pretty far into the season before we played a divisional game.
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe week 7, 8, somewhere in there. It was a long time.
It certainly was not in the first month.
So we're getting everybody a division game, primetime games, both in division, both at home that we know of for now. Potential to be 3 of them with the Ravens in week 15 as well. I take it as somewhat of a good sign to me that we play week 3 at home, Pittsburgh on Thursday Night Football. That'll be the second week of games on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're not wanting that to be Jacoby Brissett against Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, candidly, that's the first thing I thought as I was looking at this schedule. And, I mean, I think most guys were out there thinking, like, if there is a potential suspension, what is that? What does that look like?
Right.
And what could that be? And can you read into that anything based on this? And so I thought of that, and I thought of the first 4, truly, as that seems like a very navigable first 4 games.
Yes.
As easy a stretch as you'll have in the whole season.
It is the easiest stretch. And I think that there is some pressure, I think, to take advantage of that because it is a very tough schedule, and it's a tough schedule for everybody in the NFL. In the
Especially the AFC.
Yes.
I actually think the Bengals schedule is brutal, absolutely brutal. We benefit tremendously by the fact that we are playing the NFC South.
Yes.
Because there are 3 teams in that division that you are significantly more talented than right out of the gates.
Yes.
So you benefit tremendously by the fact that your crossover in the NFC is in the NFC South.
And we benefited, I think, by landing the Commanders. Or whatever, rather, obviously you want the Giants, but we got the Commanders in the bonus game, and then we matched up with in the out of division in the conference. We matched up with the Texans, which is good for us. And then we matched up with the Chargers, which is not as good for us, but everybody in that, there's not an easy game in the AFC West.
No, there's not. There's not an easy game in the AFC West. There's not an easy game in the AFC North.
No.
I mean, I think we all kind of look at Pittsburgh and I don't know. I mean, their quarterback situation just feels uninspired.
Agreed.
And so it's hard for me to look at them and say, can they overcome that juxtaposed to the other quarterbacks in this division? As good as the couple of their players on defense are, some of their skill guys, can they overcome what their issue is at quarterback? And I think even if Kenny Pickett ends up being good, he's not going to be good now, not right out of the gates.
It feels like they're a little betwixt a rock and a hard place at the quarterback position.
Good job out of you. Do you know where I learned that word the first time I heard it?
No.
And I said it on this show in this sentence. Many a slip betwixt a cup and a lip.
You did say that.
Which was William H. Bonney in Young Guns.
Oh, baby.
Trying to outrun the sheriff, Pat Garrett.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. Or actually, it was probably Mr. Murphy at that point. Could have very well been. I don't think Garrett was full heel in Young Guns 1, but I digress. The halfway bye's nice.
Nice.
That's nice.
5 of your first 8 at home, 6 of your last 9 on the road.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think this sets up really for a great finish to the season for you. I mean, I think you have a chance to have real momentum going into the postseason. When you think about Houston, your division games are always going to be tough, but if you take the division games out, you're talking about Houston, the Saints, Commanders to close, and then the 3 division games: Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So that's really, who knows what could be going on at quarterback at Pittsburgh by the time you get to Week 18. That's probably more likely than not going to be full-on Kenny Pickett at that point.
True.
So there's that part of it. Who knows what's going to be happening at Washington at quarterback at that time? Saints too. I mean, it's a real in terms of in the balance of the schedule. We start relatively manageable. We start very manageable, and we end manageable.
Yes, but that middle portion, Chargers, Patriots, tranche. Yeah, it is the middle, the tranche, the portion, the tranche of the schedule betwixt that soft opening and closing is wow. Chargers, Patriots, at Ravens, Bengals, Monday night, Halloween. That should be an incredible
Halloween here against Burrow and the Bengals.
That's right. That should be incredible. It should be electric. Then we get the bye at Miami, at Buffalo, home Tampa, at Houston. That's the end of it. So that's Chargers, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals, Dolphins, Bills, Bucks. That stretch right there.
Full day.
It is a full day. That is a big time stretch.
The climate difference from November 13th in South Florida to Buffalo, New York, significant.
Yeah, Tom Brady's last game most likely ever at First Energy Stadium.
Yeah.
Coming up right after that, right after Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. I did like that we're home for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. We will spend New Year's Eve in our nation's capital.
Are you surprised just the 2 primetime games and no 4 o'clocks?
I'm much more surprised about the 4 o'clocks. Like us at the Bills feels like that's got 4 o'clock all over it. Us at the Bengals, Week 14 feels 4. I think we're going to end up flexed. If we are who we believe we are, we will end up flexed.
Is that? What is the Bills? That's Week 11.
Week 11 is the Bills, and then Week 14 is us at the Bengals.
I'm going to tell you what. If you're out there listening and you run CBSSports.com, I'm going to tell you what. You keep these pop-ups, these auto videos.
Keep them to yourself.
No one wants to use this site if you do this, man. I'm telling you. No one's going to want it. It's brutal. Gibby keeps putting these people on here who put these rankings, and they have good content.
It's hard to get to.
But this site is brutal.
It's hard to get
brutal.
to.
The reason I'm trying to navigate it is because I wanted to see who
here,
Week 11.
I got you.
So I got it here.
Okay.
So our game, so Monday Night Football is 49ers at Rams. Sunday Night Football is Bengals at Steelers. Like Browns at Bills is better than Bengals at Steelers, but I know the Bills have like a dozen primetime games, so maybe they just thought we can't do it again. The other good games that week are Eagles at Colts, Rams at Saints, Chiefs at Chargers. So my hunch is CBS has the double that week, and they took Chiefs at Chargers as the 425.
So what about Week 14? Yeah, I think you have that exactly right. Week 14, here are the games that are being played in the afternoon slot. CBS only has a 405. They do not have a 425 in Week 14, and they are running Miami at the Chargers at 405.
There is a big love affair with the Los Angeles Chargers, and I love their talent, but I don't know that there's any give a damn for that team. There's no fan base for it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, same.
By the way, total sidebar, after this season, it becomes the Wild West.
That's right.
AFC, NFC, doesn't matter. There's not separate TV This is the final year for that format.
Okay.
Next year, it's pick 'em, and here we go.
So week 14, Fox at 4:25 has Tampa at San Francisco. That's going to be their game, right? That's the big game. So if at a 4:25, are you saying at 4:25 CBS, it's either CBS or Fox have the big game?
Yeah, you can't
only
both.
one.
Only
can't,
one. Yeah,
okay.
Can't one. Can't.
And then they have Carolina at Seattle also at 4:25. Also,
so that's
on
the
Fox.
one that goes to 5% of the 5% of the country.
Okay.
We're in a lot of 5% of the country games. I mean, predominantly that's what we're at. We're in 5% of the country in a lot of them. You're in those two markets and that's it. There'll be a couple like the Bucks game at 1 o'clock. That feels like whoever is Fox's A team is going to call that one.
But why isn't that an afternooner?
That's week 12. Well, let's see.
I'm pulling it up. All right. 4:25. You've got Rams at Kansas City.
So that's CBS.
On Fox.
On Fox?
CBS, again, does not have a 4:25, and then New Orleans at San Francisco is 4:25. CBS has Vegas at Seattle and Chargers at Arizona, both at 4:05.
Packers at Eagles are Sunday Night Football. But maybe the Bucks are already capped out on Sunday night games.
There is a max for primetime games early on. You could be flexed into things, but I think it's like 5 games.
Pittsburgh Indies, the Monday night game over Tampa Cleveland.
Sunday Night Football the one week is Bears Packers.
Week 2.
Yeah.
Do that
Here's
early.
Some hot garbage.
Do that early so you can get the brands. Here's 2 big brands that everybody likes seeing before the Bears end up going 1-16.
Awful.
I'll tell you. Go ahead.
Buffalo, Detroit. That's on Thanksgiving. That's a nice one for them.
Buffalo got the max amount of prime time and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They were the media darling of the of the television. There's no question.
None.
I'll just say this. I love this because I love Sunday at 1.
Same. Hey, let me tell you something. Gibbe and I love it because especially for a road game, a 4:25 kick on the road is a long Sunday.
Yeah,
it is a
you're
long.
Not getting home till 10:30
Sunday. We have no West Coast trips.
I sign up for all of this. I mean, I love Sunday at 1. I just think it is. I am a little shocked that we do not have a 4:25. We do not have Sunday Night Football, and we have 1 Amazon Prime and 1 Monday Night Football against. That's surprising. You think about the times we've done this show since Baker was a rookie. Baker's rookie year, after his rookie year, when all World's team, all that.
Yep.
You think about where we've been placed in the schedule. This is the fewest. I'm sure off the top of my head, it's got to be the fewest we've ever had in prime time since after that season. Just 2 on the schedule. No 4:25s.
I thought the year in 19 when we were hot, we just had early prime times as well. We had.
There was a Rams. Sometimes my seasons run together. There was a Rams game here on Sunday night.
And a Jets game on Monday night. Like, I think it went almost.
Jets was Thursday, wasn't it?
Thursday. There was a Jets game.
No, that was 18.
You're right.
Odell had the slant and run. It was in New York.
That was a Monday night game, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had Monday night Jets. We had Monday night 49ers.
You did.
Oh, yeah, week 5.
See, there's only 2.
Yeah.
And no 4:25s. I'm surprised. I thought we would have more. I think it speaks to the overall depth of the AFC.
Yeah, agreed.
And they went big in the AFC. They went big on Burrow and the Bills and Mahomes and the Chargers.
I do think we have the potential, for example, if we're really good for like Tampa Bay, Cleveland to get flexed in that Sunday night game over Green Bay, Philly. I think we have some flex possibilities.
Oh, no question. I mean, and if we're to your point earlier, if we're as good as we think we're going to be, then that's going to happen.
Yeah, no question.
But the fact that it was this way, and again, this 1 o'clock give me all these. I love that. I love 1 o'clock on a Sunday.
Keep disrespecting us. That's fine.
Fine.
Let me say this.
Fine.
And I know that this will be a tough one for them to bump, and they probably will not. They will not. But let's just say we're red hot after the opening 4, and so are the Chargers, and they made that schedule release video. Like, I'd want to see that flexed into something, although it's Bengals, Ravens. That's probably going to stay right there.
Yeah, it's not moving.
No, I want that at 1 o'clock.
You want a 1 o'clock there?
Yep.
You know why? Because it's 10 a.m. for them on the West Coast.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't want you to even be remotely close to your time frame. I want you to come in and just punch you in the mouth repeatedly.
I think you and I talked a little bit yesterday about the Rams, Gibbe. The Chargers, the NFL is doing in my opinion, they're doing everything because the Chargers last year did not justify this schedule. Like, we all love their roster. I get it. But that division is a meat grinder.
Oh, my goodness.
I think the NFL is trying to prop up the LA teams a little bit to get some enthusiasm for those teams. You don't need enthusiasm here.
By the way, Week 7, us at Baltimore. Sunday Night Football is Pittsburgh at Miami. That's a possibility.
Boy, Sunday Night Football's
7.
Can you make the argument based on that game, Packers, Bears, like Sunday Night Football lost out maybe a little bit here?
You were off yesterday. We spent a lot of time talking about this. Like, what was the pecking order?
I feel like it feels like Amazon Monday night, then Sunday night by looking at a lot of these.
Yeah.
Sunday night might have been last because they had the Super Bowl.
Let me ask you guys this. Week 7. This is Week 7.
Okay.
Amazon is New Orleans at Arizona. Monday night is Bears at Patriots. Sunday night is Pittsburgh at Miami. Now, the games that they have that they could have chosen that feel like they might have some would be better than that, certainly. They've got Kansas City at San Francisco, which is 425 Fox. That's going to be the national game. Us at Baltimore. And there's really no other. It's a weird week. Atlanta at Cincinnati, Detroit at Dallas, Indy at Tennessee. Maybe that's a good division game. Green Bay at Washington, Tampa at Carolina, New York at the Jags, Week 7.
7.
New York Jets at Denver, Houston at Vegas, Seattle at the Chargers.
Is that World Series?
Kansas City at San Francisco, and then which is the national.
So October 23rd?
Yeah.
Might be.
Probably, yeah.
But guys, Cleveland-Baltimore's, and I'm not even trying to be biased, it's probably the second best game of the week behind Kansas City, San Francisco, and third best is probably Indy, Tennessee, and none of those are in the primetime spots. And I know that the 425 is a national game for Kansas City, San Francisco, but those are both better than New Orleans, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Miami, and Chicago, New England.
There was an opportunity that week to spread out, the primetime a little bit.
What do they see in the Bears that
they see the C on the helmet? It's just, it's like forever that you put the Giants up.
Hold on a second.
That's it.
Hold on a second.
It's getting worse.
Hold on a second.
When
are the Bears? You said the Bears are in primetime when?
They're Sunday Night Football against the Packers.
Packers, Week 2.
Week 2?
Yeah.
Okay, Week 6. Am I seeing this right? Week 6, they're Thursday night. And then I just said Week 7. Week 7, they're Monday night. They're primetime 3 of the first 7 games? What?
Yikes.
Am I that's right?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
I mean, everybody plays on Thursday.
Right.
So,
they
whatever on that one, but
yeah,
so
they have
Packers in Week 2.
Yep.
Week 6,
Washington.
Thursday night, Washington. Week 7, New England.
Yeah.
So they do have those 3, including a Sunday night. Everything else, it looks like, is 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but
they have those
3 in the first 7 weeks.
I don't know that anyone has looked at the roster around Justin Fields
and said, let's put that on national TV?
3 times.
Man.
I think this was the most difficult job this group ever had putting together a schedule because of how heavy the disparity between the NFC and AFC has never been greater, with the AFC strength and the NFC weakness. So you had 3 or 4 teams in the NFC that you had to feature, and so you have to fill out the schedule with these primetime games. So they probably just leaned on Philly, Chicago, those big brands. The only team without a primetime game was Detroit. That was it.
Wow.
Everybody else had one.
All right. So they went in some of these. Let's see. Okay, so Cincinnati, in our division, I don't know if you've looked at this yet. Cincinnati, 5 primetime games plus 3 425s.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Bengals and the Bills, they bet big on the Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers. Those are the ones that they bet big on.
Oh, hold on.
Hit me.
Pittsburgh Steelers, 5 primetime games. 5.
Renegade's not going to help you this year, kids.
Week 3. Week 3.
Not going to help.
Thursday night, us. Week 7, Sunday night, Miami. Week 11, Sunday night, Cincinnati. Week 16, Christmas Eve, primetime, NFL Network, 8:15 p.m. And Week 12, Monday Night Football against Indianapolis. They have 5.
All right, I'm pulling up Baltimore while you
3.
were doing that. Baltimore has 3.
3.
They have the Bengals on Sunday Night Football to start. They're at the Bucks, which is Amazon Prime. They're at the Saints, so that's their 3. So they have 3. They have 3. We have 2. The Steelers have 5.
5. That's the max. The Steelers have 5.
The Ravens don't have any 425s either.
None, and neither do the Steelers.
I think
they're not
going that they just fell in love with helmets.
Well, you have legitimate 425 teams, West Coast teams.
True.
Rams,
I mean, the AFC West and the
Chargers.
NFC West are
No
watchable.
question.
And West Coast wise, I mean, in past years, some of those East Coast games going to move to 425 in part because there was nothing worth showing on the West Coast.
Okay, here's one. Here's another team that you want to say is that we didn't mention, but is a team that is getting it featured big time. Denver.
Yeah.
Monday night, week 1, Seattle. 425, week 2, Houston.
That's prime time.
CBS.
That's 425. Probably just the West Coast.
Could be.
Probably not national. Probably just the West Coast.
Week 3, Niners, Sunday Night Football. Week 4, at Vegas, 425. That could be a national.
Yep.
Week 5, oh my God. Is this real? Okay, so 1, 2.
Well, you keep asking it, but you're looking
Yes.
at ESPN.com. So
Week 5, Indy, Thursday Night Football. Week 6, Chargers, Monday Night Football.
Jeez.
Week 7, Jets, just a normal. Week 8, Jags, London. So that's also, and you could call that primetime. And then they go week 14, Sunday Night Football, Kansas City. Christmas Day, Denver and the Rams on CBS. So that's 1,
That's the max.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 games that they will be the only game on television at the time. 7. That's got to be the max. You got 5 prime times plus a London plus Christmas.
Yeah, that's definitely there.
So they're in on Denver.
yeah, Buffalo, Denver, Bengals, Bucks,
Steelers,
Kansas City, Steelers, probably just ram it.
Rams for sure. Green Bay's got.
Green Bay would have a ton.
Green Bay has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prime timers, and basically everything else is 425.
Lots to get into here, kids. Lots to get into.
Wow.
Tickets on sale. Cleveland Browns home games. There you can get them right now. For more information, visit clevelandbrowns.com. And if a car, truck, or motorcycle accident caused you injury, call the injury lawyers at 1-800-ELK, Ohio for a free case review. Elk & Elk's a proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. As we mentioned, rookie mini camp weekend is upon us. Get you the details on that coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Browns fan Sugardale is sponsoring a grand opening event at the newest Meyer location. Visit the Brunswick store today for samples and giveaways and special appearances by Browns alumni and chomps. For store locations and more details, visit sugardale.com/events. As we mentioned off the start of the show, before Coach Tarver came in, rookie minicamp weekend is upon us. They are here. You get to meet with a lot of these guys. They'll hit the field around 1:45 today for the first time. They opened the minicamp with the announcement that they signed 7 of their 9 draft picks to contracts already, but Winfrey and York have not signed yet. In addition to that, Browns have signed 12 undrafted free agents. We have that list as well. I would be very candid with you. I follow a lot of college football. I did not recognize the undrafted guys. Roger Perry from Illinois, remember hearing his name a little bit, but as soon as Coach Tarver mentioned Silas Kelly and I saw a Google image of that man's hair, that's someone I'll be paying a close bit of attention to. So that was good to see those guys in there. The breakdown, 6 offensive players, 6 defensive players, a pair of offensive linemen, defensive linemen, as well as 3 defensive backs and wide receivers. Also signed a linebacker and tight end. So that is the position breakdown of the undrafted free agents. You got to talk to some of the guys.
Yeah, so we talked with David Bell and Alex Wright, and also did an interview for the BPA with Isaiah Thomas that I think people will enjoy. So be sure to check that out when that one drops.
Where was that again?
It will be on the BPA.
Interesting.
Yes. The Ibs boys put me to work. Listen, my interviews have been ratings gold, so it's been controversial.
And I believe I shouted you out in our meeting.
He did.
I'm not surprised by that.
Not everybody loved it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
I can think of a couple that didn't.
Nope. People did not like you getting praise.
That's right. I turned it right around. I said, no, this is all about Shadow Shay.
It was a good cover by you, but I kept going back to it.
It's just a vessel. I like that. It's just a vessel.
So, undrafteds. What I think Browns fans, what you're looking at here is, can Sean Jolly, the corner out of Appalachian State, can Junior Falk, the corner out of Delta State, these are small schools obviously, or the safety DeAnthony Bell out of West Florida, can any of them, and really you're looking at Falk and you're looking at Jolly, can they give you something inside? Because there is room, I think, for an undrafted nickel to be able to make this team. And you hope to find a guy like the Browns many years ago found a K'Wan Williams, who was an undrafted guy who's still playing in the league at a high level as a slot corner. So those are 2 of the guys I'll be looking at. And then the other one that's got a lot of attention, certainly on the Twitters, is Isaiah Weston. So Isaiah Weston from Northern Iowa, 6'4", 214, can fly. Now, he may be, as people said, he's a little bit of a one-trick pony in the fact that he's just a vertical guy, but okay, that's what we need. 37 catches, 883 yards, and 5 touchdowns last season. He had 5 for 181 against North Dakota State. That's
a guy significant because that's the best team in that division by a long ways. Yeah.
Yes. He averaged over 20 yards a catch every year in college, and as I said, 6'4", 214. So he's somebody that you keep an eye on. And then, how about this one? I'm about to make a statement that I think is going to surprise you. Mike Harley Jr. went to the U, 5'10", 180, wide receiver.
Okay.
Finished his career as the Miami Hurricanes record holder for career receptions, 182, surpassing Reggie Wayne.
Is there,
Beau?
Is that a 5th year situation?
He's 24.
Did he play 5 years because of the COVID kids? Now, I don't know that for sure, and I'm not diminishing the accomplishment, and I would not have had him anyway on that list.
My guess, when I say this thing, you're going to tell me, I think it means yes, right? Started 32 of 60 games played for Miami. You can't play 60 games in 4 years in college.
There you go. There's the 5 years. Okay. Yeah, there's the 5 years.
Still.
It doesn't diminish for me.
And by the way, I believe that our good friend Duke Johnson is still the all-time leading rusher in U history.
Far more than just a guy.
Far more
is what I would say there.
Yeah. Shame on anybody who
would say
they would be struck down by the Hoff, by the way. If you said that in front of the Hoff, he would not.
Hoff would not hand it. He would not
have that.
No, that's not happen.
That'd be.
Let me see what a Mike
That'd be
Harley.
A 4 horseman bad take.
That would be. You don't want to be that.
You don't want to be that guy.
Stuck on camera making that type of mistake.
No way. Has anything ever? It was like the crypto market. That comment at the time, it couldn't have been better. One of the all-time great moments. And in retrospect, It's not fungible.
So, all right, let me just see. So it's really remarkable. His last 2 years, 57 catches, 57 catches. So he starts with 9. He only has 9 in his first year. So he was an accumulator. 21, 38, 57, 57. On the receiving. So there you go.
But Weston is an interesting guy. I know people are excited to see him get out there and run around. So we'll see how that goes. And I think, like I said, if one of these young corners, Sean Jolly, Mike Harley, or Junior Falk, if those guys can come in and maybe play a little bit in the slot, I think they have an opportunity to try to at least to get on this team or get on the practice squad and perhaps play a role. So that's something, to keep an eye on there.
Certainly. You're thinking about upgrading your enterprise operating system but can't afford the downtime and disruption that goes with a major overhaul. My friends at EOX Vantage can help. The data scientists, also business operations experts. Your EOX Vantage team does not take a rip-and-replace approach to improving your operating systems. Instead, they help you build onto what you already have so you make the best use of your investments, both old and new. So if you're fearing your employees will stress out over your new systems, EOX Vantage is going to work to ensure that people can easily adapt to their new workflows at a comfortable pace. Comfortable. You can start out by making easily manageable changes and add on more when the time is right. Read how other business owners have overhauled their systems without overwhelming their people at EOXVantage.com. Coming up at the top of the hour, the rookie I think a lot of people are paying attention to, and for good reason. David Bell joining the program. Coming up next, Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Rumpke Waste Recycling, family-owned and operated. Whether you join them as a customer or as an employee, you'll become part of the family. Visit rumpke.com to learn more. And now the receiver that certainly many will have their eyes on. Z said it earlier in the week. If you're talking about a guy other than York to play right away and potentially start right away, it's this guy. Here's Nathan one-on-one with rookie receiver David Bell.
Very happy.
You're down.
By the new Browns wide receiver, David Bell. And first of all, congratulations on making it here into the National Football League and coming to the Browns.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's definitely been a long process and a long journey, but, I achieved my goal of mine, and now it's, time to set some new goals.
All right, I want to go back to a young man, though. You win a state championship in football. You win a state championship in basketball. How did you decide at that point whether to go to college to play basketball or to play football, or was the decision made for you? Was it an easy decision? Because you're a very accomplished athlete coming out of the Indianapolis area.
Yeah, the decision was already made before that junior season. I knew that I wanted to play football in college. It was a few universities that said I can play both basketball and football, but I think everyone knew that I was going to play football, so it was kind of something I knew back freshman year of high school.
Okay. What was your hoops game like?
It was good. So we really didn't have no positions. Like, everybody could bring the ball up, anybody could play down low, but I probably have to say I was like a slash and forward. I really couldn't shoot the three too well, but anything inside the three, mid-range, layups, dunks, that was me.
You're like a throwback player, like working that mid-range game. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, all right. So you said, all right, I'm going to go play football. You decide to go play your college football at Purdue. What was that decision like? How did you end up making that decision?
Yeah, so the number one decision was
you recruited by everybody in the Big Ten.
Yeah, really everybody except a few schools.
You made them pay. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. But I think the number one decision was honestly my grandmother. She had a stroke when I was about 4 or 5 years old, which led her to be handicapped. And just growing up, she was at every game, every Little League game, middle school, high school, and I just wanted to give her that opportunity for me not to be too far away so they can drive up. And I think she only missed, 2 or 3 games in my 3-year span. So rain, sleet, snow, or hail, she was there.
That's awesome. So obviously a huge inspiration and somebody very important in your life.
Most definitely. Her and my mom, also my grandpa, they took care of me and made all those sacrifices. So I definitely give a big shout out to them and just to help me groom into the young man I am today.
So what was like that moment when you got the call? And I know you got emotional. I saw the video with your family, and I'm sure with what you just shared there, that's a big reason for it. But what was like that moment to get that call to share that with those people?
It was unreal. I told my homies that I'm not going to cry. But it's different when you get the call and, my stomach just dropped. I was at the top of a roller coaster, and then it just came right down. So it was just an unreal moment. I had my mom right there. My grandma was in the other room, but, and my grandpa, I went in there to go celebrate with him. My grandpa, he's really emotional, so he was in there crying, just sitting there like a statue. But it was just an amazing moment, and just to see the smile on their face definitely made me happy.
That's cool, man. That's a real power. That's something you'll never forget.
Most definitely. I mean, I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect, but just having a group of people that I had about 50 to 60 people there at my draft party, and just having all the love and support. And I feel like, that I made it to the NFL. I think a part of them think that they made it too. So That's definitely a great feeling. A lot of people in the community support me too.
Yeah, that's awesome. And everything I've read about you, nice young man, that just all backs it up right there, kind of that family, the bond and what it means, and you're bringing everybody along with you. I think that's very cool. So you get the call. You come to the Browns. I'll tell you what, I've known Kevin Stefanski now the entire time he's been here, obviously, except for the last 3 years. When you said to him, thank you for believing in me. And he said, oh, I believe in you. That, from Kevin Stefanski, is as much praise as I've ever seen him give anybody. And then I don't know if you watched the Building the Browns when he's like, we had to get David Bell, and Paul DiPodesta was on with us that night after you got drafted. He said starting the second round, he was texting me, Bell, 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 Bell. So when you know that, when you go through it and you know that you're wanted like that, how does that make you feel? And kind of looking back at some of that stuff and maybe thinking about, oh man, when he said this to me back at the combine or wherever it was that you guys talked to, you're like, okay, yeah, now I get it.
Definitely makes you feel, wanted, and it's a good feeling, that obviously the coaching staff wants you here, that you're just not a person that they just brought in just to, fill a void on the roster, that they actually want you and want to use you in the offense. So I definitely know that with a lot of that, it comes, I got to put in the hard work and show them why they wanted me. What I did in college really doesn't matter right now. I'm in the NFL right now, so today is going to be, my first step to helping myself and proving myself right also.
Yeah. Well, and I think another thing you did in college, you look at when you played the best competition guys who were going to get drafted here, you torched them. You torched some of the best defenses, and you had a couple 200-yard games last year. You had 11 against the Buck. Step up in those big moments, and how much confidence that give you that, look, I can do it against the very best college had to offer. I can do it against the best the NFL has to offer as well.
Yeah, I think it was just the preparation going into those weeks. We was really locked in as a full team. Sat down with my coach and receiver coach. He just said, you're going to have a big game for us to, beat Iowa, beat Michigan State. And for him to have that confidence in me was definitely amazing. He had that confidence in the previous year with Rondell, and Rondell did amazing things. But I went out there, just played my best, and I was really locked in. Everything that I seen on film, the defense did, and it seemed like I was just one step ahead of them. And I think now, every game is going to be a big game, no matter who we play. So hopefully, I am going to come in with that same mindset and make sure that I'm one step ahead of the defense, so I know where to go and how to base what I do off of them.
You know where to go. You know how to get open, and you certainly know how to catch the ball. I've watched enough of your games to know that already. Did you feel disrespected about where you got drafted? You're a first-round talent. I don't think you put on the tape, there's just no doubt. And everybody, you ran this, he ran that. So what? I watch you out there. You don't get caught. You average over 20 yards a catch against two of the best defenses in the Big Ten when they knew you were getting the ball and still couldn't stop you. Do you have a little chip on your shoulder from that?
The chip was before that. So, it definitely added to it. But, everyone has their own opinion. I don't really base what I do or how I play off of that. It's never really about proving the naysayers right or wrong. It's just proving myself right. I know I have an ability that I can achieve a lot of great things in the NFL, and I plan on having a long career. And I just just got to stay healthy, stay grounded, and just continue to push. And I know that at the end of the day and at the end of my career, I'm going to look back and be like, okay, I did it.
There's no doubt. I think you're going to have a phenomenal career. I know everybody in this building thinks you're going to have a phenomenal career here, and they're thrilled to have you here. I know you talked to Deshaun Watson already. He's going to be your quarterback now. What was that kind of like when, getting reached out to and getting ready to get going?
It was crazy. Watching Deshaun at Clemson, seeing what he did against Bama, and watching him his years at Clemson and his transformation to the NFL and how he made an immediate impact back when he played for the Texans. And, when he sent me that text, I was like, dang, it's Deshaun Watson. So, yeah. But it's
throwing you the ball.
Right? Yeah. So hopefully me and him can, build a good connection, and hopefully I have the opportunity to be in that starting lineup here soon. So I am for sure somebody he can throw the ball to, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know it's going to take a lot of hard work, and I know he's going to have to trust me, and that's something that I'm willing to work forward to.
Yeah, no doubt. Once he shakes your hand, he's going to know you got a strong grip and just put the ball near you. You're going to catch it, brother. I like that. You probably thought you were done with Greg Newsome, at least for a while, and then here you go, right here. Now you get to deal with him every day in practice, but at least you don't have to worry about him on Sundays.
I did, most definitely. That was definitely the number one game that my college coach throws in my face. So just what he did against me, we talked like 2 weeks ago. He said that was a bad game for him because he gave up, I think, like 9 for 70.
Yeah.
And through that, his career, he only gave up like 23. But I'm used to averaging like 100 yards, like 112. Yeah, so that was a bad game for me. But that's just like good competition that even though we both, played a bad game, that we think ourselves that, we respect each other enough that, like, hey, he played a good game against me, and that Greg says I played a good game against him. So
iron sharpen iron.
Most definitely. And I think that's what me and him is going to do. Also with the rest of the receivers in the room and the rest of the DBs in the other room, it's going to be, a great battle at practice. And when we get on the games on Sunday, practice should be the hardest thing, and the game should be the easiest.
Listen, the fact of the matter is what you just told me right there. In one game against him, you accounted for 40% of all the catches he gave up in his whole career. So I feel like that's pretty good for you. Like, you can always throw that back at him.
Yeah, a little bit, but like I said, I had a high expectations. Sure. So, like, 2 games before that, I think I had, like, 3 touchdowns, 121. Then I came off, like, a 115. And then to have 9 for 70, it was, like, had my head down. And the meetings was tough that next week. Coach was rubbing it in my face, like, you got locked up. That was my first time ever getting
9 for 74. Come on, that is not, locked up is donut. Locked up is 0.
Yeah, but it's definitely that pride that I had. He was chirping a lot too, so that definitely got under my skin. But I tend to keep control, but he definitely did a little bit of talking.
Well, listen, now you guys can bond over being teammates. You can bond over Crocs. He's a big Croc guy. You're a big Croc guy as well.
Yeah, most definitely. My girlfriend actually bought me these, and hopefully I can get a new pair. Hopefully Crocs can, give me a sponsorship like they did him. So we may see about it. But I definitely seen last year, I followed him on Instagram. He just was posting Crocs every day. I'm like, dang, you love them that much? I didn't wear them back then, but when my girl bought me a pair, it was like, I can see why he like them like that.
So easy. My kids got them for me this year. The easy, just whatever. I just slide it right on, and you're good to go. You're good to go. All right, Chad O'Shea, your wide receiver coach, going to get to work with him. Amari Cooper, obviously a veteran. Let's start with Coach O'Shea. He's one of my favorite guys here. I think you're going to love him. He's going to be hard. He's going to be fair, but he's going to be demanding. What's kind of your initial relationship with him, like him so far, and what's kind of your, just kind of the perceptions of the way he's going to coach you?
Most definitely, I liked him. I liked him at the combine when that was my first formal meeting. Met with him and a handful of other coaches. So I know the type of coach he is. It's kind of similar to the coach I had back at Purdue. Very hard on you, but it's a respect thing. He wants the best out of you, and that's what I really appreciate about a coach. Not a coach who's going to bullshit you, but make sure that he cuts you straight, and if you're doing something wrong, he's going to correct you on and hold you accountable for that.
Yeah. You excited about kind of moving? I did a lot of outside, inside. You did everything at Purdue, really everywhere they needed you. You excited to focus on, and maybe you're going to do both here because you're very talented and diverse your skill set. But you excited to kind of get inside and do some of those routes where you're getting those free releases and not have to worry about any of that madness?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for both. Definitely looking forward to playing inside. It's definitely going to be, I would say, a challenge and just learning something new. It's always a challenge in at first, but I think once I get a hang of it and understand the playbook and understand the landmarks on the field, because the NFL field is completely different from a college field. So once I be able to get that field, I think everything should be situated.
I think people are going to be very excited to see you out there. I know I'm excited that once we called your name on draft, I was like, all right, let's go. Let's get after it. What's one thing, though, you want Browns fans to know about you that maybe we haven't covered yet, but just something that if when they look out there, they see Bell across the back of that uniform, there's something that's in their mind when they see you out there, what you stand for?
Back in 30.
Everywhere that I've been, I became a winner, whether it started in high school in basketball, also at Purdue, that also can change the culture. I know one person doesn't change the culture, but I think coming in with that mindset and the organization they're already changing, so they already have great guys and great leaders on the team, and hopefully I can just fit right in. I'm going to buy into whatever they tell me to do or whatever they have me to do, so I can just come along for the ride, but also produce to the best of my capabilities.
We're excited for it. Welcome to the Browns. Thanks so much for the time.
You're up.
Loved him at Purdue. He was a nightmare for the best teams they played. We talked about it in the lead up to the draft. Turns out Kevin Stefanski loved him even more than I did.
Yeah.
And, your impression. That was a great interview. A lot of fun.
Thank you. Fun.
Yeah.
Very soft-spoken, confident kid. Strong hands. He gave me the handshake. What did I say? Shook my hand like Zeitler.
Sad. No light.
I hate to see it.
Demerit.
Hold on, I have me muted. My mic's off.
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
Getting a demerit on a Friday. That's a win.
Perfect. I came back just for your demerit.
Well, that's fine. You were +5 on me after
because
Wednesday.
that was my Friday.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
I like this kid, though.
I like him a lot. I think he is going to be really good, and I think people are going to look back at this draft and they're going to say, why did we get worried about stopwatches and this, that, whatever? This kid flat out knows how to get open. He catches everything that's thrown to him.
Yep.
I think he's going to be a stud. I really do. I think he's going to be a stud in this league. He reminds me of, he's not as big, obviously, but just kind of his presence and his hands kind of blew me away. But remember Anquan Bolden? Who doesn't love him? I know you know Anquan Bolden very well. I think he's going to be a guy like that that's going to come in and be maybe even, and he was great in college. I don't know if Bolden was as prolific in college as Bell was in college.
I mean, he was at the heyday of Florida State, and at one point was playing a little bit of quarterback. He came in at quarterback. But it's so funny that you say that. So Anquan Bolden's hands are enormous, and he is so strong, and he would break your hand when you shook it.
He gave me.
And
I was like,
so interesting. And also, much like Bell, he was done in. People were so panicked about his time. He can't separate, can't run. Well, he did. I think he won Rookie of the Year with Arizona the first year he's in the league.
Didn't he in his first game? Didn't he set the record for
right?
Every record.
He was part of the most intimidating wide receiver room I've ever seen in an opponent when they stepped on the field at First Energy Stadium against us. Do you remember that?
Is this Baltimore? When he's in Baltimore, or when he's in Arizona?
When he's in Arizona. Do you remember that?
It was him, Fitzgerald,
John Brown.
No. I think Bolden was gone by then.
Are you sure? Because they walked on the field.
Yeah, Bolden.
And we were like,
Gibbe. He left. He last played in Arizona in 2009. So yes.
So who was in there? Okay.
It was Larry Fitzgerald. It was there was a guy named Jaron Brown who lit us up.
See, I knew that.
John Brown, I think, was also there. Yeah, and Carson Palmer threw for 8,000 yards against us in that one. Yeah, he had 101, 1377, and 8 his first year. 6'1", 220. I mean, Bell is listed at what? Bell's not quite as thick as that, but is 6'1", 212. I mean, 8 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That was the vibe I got from him too. I got an Anquan
That's
Boldin
really
vibe.
interesting. Yeah, like a low key,
low key, very confident though, and like eager to be very good.
Bryant McFadden and Anquan Boldin would play the college football game, and Bryant McFadden would not stop talking, just run his mouth. Quan hardly didn't say much, and then he would win and just annihilate him.
Annihilate him. I love it.
Yeah. Good dudes. That's interesting. There's a lot of parallel. That's a nice job out of you.
You like that? You really
That's a really good
that
job.
One.
Well,
yeah.
I think that it checks a lot of the boxes. The hand size, the quiet nature, the speed, a lot of those things. God, that's a lot to put on him, but that would be sweet if he's 80% of that.
Yeah.
Be crazy. A lot of bad advice out there about gambling, secret methods to picking lottery numbers to betting big when you're on a roll. The miss can lose you money, get you in a lot of trouble. So before you wager, find out what's real and what isn't at keepitfunohio.com. Coming up next, we will go through week by week of the NFL schedule. Best game each week, we do that. And then our one-on-one with Alex Wright coming up at the bottom of the hour. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Hey, friends, let me tell you about the Bath Authority. In about a day, they can take your current bathroom and make it feel like a spa. Let them make it a reality for you at a fraction of the cost of the competitors. You're talking about the largest selection of bath projects. They're all made in the United States. You can change your bathroom from outdated to outstanding. Acrylic tubs that insulate and keep the heat in. Tub to shower conversion. Simply put, superior products with expert installers. The Bath Authority is Cleveland's premier bath and shower remodeler. Expert, factory-trained installers ready and willing to help you. Give them a call now for $500 off your next custom bath or shower remodel. 216-220-8399 or go to thebathauthority.com for more. All right, so our task here, young squire,
yes,
is to go through this thing on the worst website in sports media. And, I mean, it is, right? It's got to be. There's none worse. What's worse?
You're right.
No,
I'm
it's
trying
terrible.
to think.
I mean, look, all they want to do is keep throwing live videos at me.
What was the one, though? Was it Bleacher Report where you had to, like, scroll through everything? Like
Bleacher Report, you have
that
to
was
scroll.
bad because you'd have to click next.
You're right.
And load,
That's a good pull.
and then it would pop things up.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Listen, people make fun of that Walter football because the website looks like it's from, like, 1974, but
Keep plugging.
it's real efficient.
It is. I want something that I can read that
works.
that's navigable. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Best game each week. Somebody at CBS Sports who did this? Who decided to do this? Gibby, do you know who did this? I was going to scroll up, but it would be too hard for me to do
Jared
it. Because something
Dubin.
else will pop up.
We've
All right,
had
Jared
Jared
did
on
it.
before.
All right,
Jared
we got him on.
Dubin.
All right, good job out of him. All right, so week one, he says the best game of the week is Bills at Rams on Thursday Night Football. The other notable games, let's take us out of it. The other notable games, 49ers at Bears.
Why is that notable?
49ers at Bears, Patriots at Dolphins. Great question. Ravens at Jets.
Why is that notable?
I don't know. Chiefs at
I'm
Cardinals.
glad we're getting the Jets early.
Bucks at Cowboys and Broncos at Seahawks. That's not notable either other than – and by the way, that's not going to be billed as a Russell Wilson revenge game, is it? All they did was give him everything. And then as soon as he has to be traded, gave him a plum landing spot.
I think it's going to be billed as the Drew Lock revenge game. The only choices are Bills, Rams, Chiefs, Cardinals.
Bills, Rams is the right answer.
Bills,
he gets it right. He gets it right. I like that Chiefs-Cards game. I think that'll be a fun game.
Agreed.
I'm pretty fatigued on Bucks and Cowboys both, so I don't need to see any of that.
Yep.
All right, week two, he has Chargers.
By the way, they opened week one last year.
Cowboys were at Rams last year to open on Sunday Night Football.
They didn't do Tampa?
I'm almost sure it was Cowboys and
Tampa would have been on Thursday, weren't they? Because there was this. They were
pretty sure
Tampa. I think it was Tampa and the Cowboys.
I thought maybe the first Sunday night
It was.
true Sunday Night Football game was Cowboys Rams
because we didn't know what Dak was going to be coming off of the injury, and they had a chance to win that.
They should have won it. They had a couple turnovers. Yeah.
But didn't the Rams play the Cowboys?
Hold on.
Maybe on the first true Sunday Night Football game.
Yeah.
The next week.
Could have been the next week. They love putting those Cowboys out there.
They really do.
All right, week two, I think they've got it right again.
Chargers at Chiefs. This is the Amazon Prime game, which was awkwardly announced.
Yeah.
By Anthony Gonzalez.
I don't see any games
and
there.
Eckler. The rest of these there's nothing here. I mean, Bengals. If you're going to buy into the Cowboys,
Titans, Bills.
Do you think I kind of have a sneaky suspicion the Titans fall off a cliff this year?
I could see that. I could see the Jags winning that division.
No way.
What an indictment that would be. Can you imagine?
Listen, okay. Somebody goes worst to first every year in the NFL, just about.
Yeah.
Okay. The candidates, they're one of the candidates. The Ravens are a legit candidate.
Yeah.
Because they're still very good. That's a different type. But the Titans could easily fall off of a cliff. I agree. You. The Colts are good, but they're not like insane.
No.
Matt Ryan makes them better. I agree with that. But they're not. Mm-mm. The Jags have some talent, and if Trevor Lawrence is who everybody thought he was, he could make a big difference in year two. People didn't think that the Bengals were going to win the division in year two. They weren't even that good his rookie year.
I mean, the other one, and again, this is more similar to the Ravens. Weren't the Broncos last in that division?
Yes.
So that would be another one that would, but that's different. I mean, that's not like this.
Yep.
And then Eagles at Vikings at Eagles.
By
Did you
the
get some research on that Cowboys information?
Tampa did beat Dallas September 9th, 2021, 31-29 to kick off the season.
Yeah, and then when did they play?
I'm guessing Dallas. I feel like Dallas played the Rams the next week to open SoFi on Sunday Night Football.
That I'm not there on yet.
All right. Get the top men on it, Gibby. Week 3, Bucks hosting the Packers. The other candidates, the Chiefs at Colts, Bills at Dolphins, Ravens at Patriots, Rams at Cardinals, Packers at Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'll take it. It feels like for as low.
I'm tired. I'm sick of Brady and Rodgers, though. I really am. Like I've had
both of them.
Both. I'm just done.
Are you Minshewing them?
I'm not telling them to hell. I'm not doing that. They're both too great for that.
Yeah.
But I am.
You're done with them.
Fatigued.
You're bored.
I'm bored.
Like this. You bore me.
Cowboys played, by the way, at Tampa Bay week 1. Week 2 in L.A. against the Chargers.
Oh.
Chargers.
I think you're
I
thinking
have this
of
all wrong.
You're
Who the
thinking
heck did
of
the Rams open with? Is that 2 years ago?
Yes. Because you said to open SoFi.
Open
SoFi's
SoFi.
been open for
The years just bleed.
In fact, that was
That's for
the
sure.
game. That was the game. You're right, and it was played empty.
That's right. Okay.
And we were like, "Oh, football. They don't really show the crowd that much."
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So there's week 3. Week 4, Chiefs at Bucks. Again, Bucks again. Boy, it's going to be so much. Dolphins at Bengals are the other options. Bills at Ravens, Titans at Colts, Broncos
Give me
at
Rams
Raiders,
at Niners.
Rams and Niners.
NFC Championship rematch.
I think this is the first
Good
bomb
week.
weekend.
Yeah, first good week.
Because all of these are awesome.
Yes.
I'll be all into Broncos at Raiders. Rams at Niners is great. Bills at Ravens is great. Week 5, Chargers at Browns is the pick. We get the pick in week 5. It's obviously a very, very good one. The other notable ones, Colts at Broncos, Cowboys at Rams, Bengals at Ravens, Raiders at Chiefs.
That's a low. Yeah,
It's another good one.
First 3 weeks, pretty flat, to be honest with you.
Very, like one great game and then pretty flat.
You know what? You don't necessarily need them to be quote-unquote paper great. Everybody's so excited then. So maybe that was
true.
their thinking. We'll roll this out here. And then now business is picking up because now these weeks are loaded.
Week 6, Bills at Chiefs, the notables, Patriots here.
Oh, man.
Bengals at Saints, Cowboys at Eagles. Stop putting the Cowboys in there, man.
Enough.
Broncos at I like Broncos Chargers, but
Yeah,
Bills at
Bills,
Chiefs is the right
Chiefs.
answer. That's the right answer.
When is that game?
Week 6.
I know, but like what time? It feels like
It's 4:25. That's got to be Nance Romo.
I want that, though, like on its own.
It will be. It's going to be perfect for you. You're
Wait,
gonna get
which game is that?
Bills at Chiefs. That's Thursday night, or that's
That is a 4:25.
yeah. That's Nance Romo.
Yeah.
Oh, we're home. Perfect.
Yeah. So you'll be home. You'll be home.
home.
Hit. Be there for the second quarter.
Right
You're
after,
safe, pal.
right after we beat the Patriots.
Exact summer. Oh yeah. Week 7, Browns at Ravens is the game of the week. The other notables, Chiefs at Niners and Steelers. Stop putting the Steelers aren't.
Steelers Dolphins is a
Come on,
potential
that
game
is
of the
not-
week.
that
Are you
is not
kidding
notable.
me?
No.
For what?
They got the correct one, and Chiefs at Niners would be is
Super
good.
Bowl 3 years ago.
Yeah. Packers at Bills in week 8. The other notables, Ravens at Bucks.
Yes, that's notable.
Dolphins at Lions is notable.
Not notable.
In no way is that notable.
Raiders at Saints isn't notable either.
No. Neither
Steelers
is
at
Philly
Eagles.
No, not. Our game's good. Our Halloween game's good. But Packers at Bills makes sense.
I take ours. Joe
It's
Burrow.
also 49ers Rams Part 2.
Joe Burrow. Never beat
Rams
the
at
Browns.
Bucks, week 9. He picks the other contenders: Colts at Pats, Titans at Chiefs, and Ravens at Saints. That's a lot of Bucks. Again, I'm done.
Fatigued.
Yep. Cowboys at Packers. I do not care about Mike McCarthy going back to Green Bay. Us at the
Chargers,
Dolphins.
Niners.
Chargers, Niners. That's good.
Yeah.
Who's quarterbacking the Niners then? Trey Lance?
Ask
I don't know.
49er boy over here.
Jimmy G.
Right now, Pedro is saying that nobody's plea. It was the dumbest trade ever. They should have
Boots
gone.
on the ground.
Yeah, they should have gotten Fields instead.
Insider.
Think about if they made that trade for Fields instead of for Lance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor
like we
Fields.
need-
I feel like Fields is in danger of being ruined.
Would he do a
He's in
segment
danger
with
of,
us
of
every
what
week?
happened like to Tim Couch. Pedro? Of course he would. Are you kidding? Of course
he
he would
what?
do a segment with us every week. Pedro, an actual
Let's go to our
Pedro?
NFL Insider.
He could.
Benjamin Albright followed by
Pedro.
Pedro, not Pedro.
Not
Insider
Pedro would
Day on
love
Tuesday.
to do a segment.
Of course
You want
he
me
would.
to text him right now?
It's 100% he's doing a segment.
I'm gonna ask him if he wants to call in and tell
There's
us
no
who's
question.
good quarterback.
Not now.
Not now.
Not now. Oh, all right,
Week
sorry.
11, 49ers at Rams, Browns at Bills, Eagles at Colts, Rams at Saints, Chiefs at Chargers. That's great. Browns at Bills. That's the one that week, though. Us at the Bills. That's the correct answer. Week 12, Rams at Chiefs. The other notables, Giants and Cowboys on Thanksgiving. My God.
Awful.
Giants? I got to
Awful.
watch the Giants and the Lions on Thanksgiving, both?
And it's what? Ravens, Lions. And
Oh,
what's the night
no,
one?
it's Bills, Lions.
Patriots
Bills, Lions.
Vikings is the night one.
Oh, it's all
That is
suck.
garbage
That's an all-time
Thanksgiving.
suck Thanksgiving right there, kids. That's
That really is bad.
That's almost hard to even convince your people that you got to watch football and you don't want to talk to them bad.
Fantasy.
Can I
football
watch World
will
Cup?
Get you through that.
That's World Cup weekend.
No, I'm in then. Sign me up for that. Bucks at Browns obviously would be the correct one there.
Yeah.
Nothing else I'm really that interested in. Week 13, Broncos at Ravens is the pick. Bills at Pats. Packers at Bears in Week 13. Come on.
Browns at Texans just for the
return.
The return.
I guess? Ugh.
Chiefs, Bengals.
Chargers, Raiders. Give me that one.
Titans, Eagles.
Broncos at Ravens. They have it right on that one.
Yeah.
Week 14, Bucks at 49ers is the pick.
Give me the Raiders and the Rams, or us and the Bengals.
Raiders Rams is a beautiful uniform.
Chiefs Broncos is
That's
better
what-
than
yeah.
Bucks Niners. Sorry.
Yeah, Chiefs Broncos. Pats at Raiders in Week 15. Rams at Packers is pretty hard to beat.
Bengals Bucks.
Bengals Bucks, that'll be
pretty
big.
good.
That's got to be a CBS or a Fox game.
I like the
425.
I like the Belichick McDaniels storyline though for Pats Raiders. I'm fine.
I
with that.
like Burrow versus Brady. I think that's
Yeah.
a fun one.
Week 16 is wrong.
Eagles at Cowboys. Really? Yes.
Broncos
That's
Rams.
wrong.
Broncos Rams.
Yes. Chargers. Are you talking me into a half dozen of these? I'm sorry. No. Bills at Bengals in Week 17. I think they have that right. Broncos at Chiefs is fun too, but I like Bills at Bengals because it's just a one-off as opposed to a second meeting. And then Week 18, Ravens at Bengals. The other contenders: Patriots at Bills, Browns at Steelers, Chargers at Broncos, Chiefs at Raiders, Cardinals at 49ers. That is a crazy last week in the
I
AFC
love
North
that.
is going to be awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love that.
The AFC West is going to be that way too because all of those things could still be up in the air.
That's what I'm saying. These are
And those are monumental matchups.
yes.
Browns fans, Sugardale will sponsor your grand opening event at the newest Meijer location. Visit the Brunswick store today for samples and giveaways and special appearances by Browns alumni and shops. For store location and more details, visit sugardale.com/events. Alex Wright up next. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. You're thinking about upgrading your enterprise operating system, but you can't afford the downtime and disruption that goes with a major overhaul. My friends at EOX Vantage are the solution. They're data scientists, also business operations experts. Your EOX Vantage team does not take a rip-and-replace approach to improving your operating systems. Instead, they help you build onto what you already have so you make the best use of your investments, both old and new. Fearing your employees will stress out over your new systems, EOX Vantage works to ensure your people can easily adopt their new workflows at a comfortable pace. You can start out by making easily manageable changes and add on more when the time is right. Read how other business owners have overhauled their systems without overwhelming their people at EOXVantage.com. And now here's Z one-on-one with Rudge S. Rookie Edge Rusher, Alex. It's a Friday, kids. Here's Alex Wright.
Very happy.
You're down.
The Browns edge rusher, Alex Wright. And Alex, first of all, again, let me say to you, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
By the way, this bucket hat you're wearing right now is stunning. A camouflage bucket hat. I've been here for a decade. We've never had that before. This is the team issue. I'm fired up. I love bucket hat season. When you saw that hat, were you like, all right, yeah, got to have it?
I was like, yeah, I got to grab it. I had to ask, like, because I seen it, and I said, hey, can we get those already? He was like, yeah, you get it. So I zoomed over, the equipment. I was like, hey, can I get a hat? He was like, yeah, what hat do you want? I'm like, bucket hat. And me, I don't wear bucket hats. So, like, I'm in a bucket hat phase now. So it's like,
yeah.
It's
a way of life, the bucket hat.
You either finna see me in snapbacks or bucket hats. I don't even do visors. I wouldn't say I hate visors, but you get
hard with your hair, the visor.
Yes, exactly. So, well, I mean, it's been so long, like I couldn't even tell you. Like, but other than that, yeah, we bucket hats. Bucket hat nation right now.
Listen, it's a bucket hat season. You're going to see me all training camp. I can't wait to get my hand on it. This is my favorite one. Honestly, this will be my favorite bucket hat they've ever put out there. So that's good. Brad Mellon, that's the guy you want to become best friends with. Brad. He's the equipment guy. Then he takes good care of you. Yeah, you want that. So, although sometimes he doesn't fulfill his promises. That's neither here nor there. That's for a different time and place. But first of all, congratulations. You're here now, getting to be around the guys. What's it like just kind of, I'm sure it's been a lot of procedural stuff, but just getting up here and being here and making it real?
I mean, it's just, just building chemistry, not only with, the coaches, but the teammates also. So, just having, everybody has the main thing coming just to win. And then, the teammates, we all alike in our same, in our own way. So I feel like that's what helps us, build that chemistry a little bit more instead of, having to work for it. Yeah. It's just bonding quick, about anything and everything. So just being here, I'm really happy to be here. I couldn't wait to be here. And now that I'm here, I'm ready to work. It's time to work.
We're excited to have you here, the tallest man from Elba, Alabama, and maybe in the history of the city. Who's to say? Not me. But you're out here. What I noticed right here is a basketball hoop. I know you played a lot of hoops. I just talked to Isaiah Thomas. He played a lot of hoops. David Bell won a state championship in Indiana, so he's played a lot of hoops. Have you been talking about hoops? Have we been putting some shots up here yet?
No. Just focused, just trying to get my feet wet in football.
Beautiful. Staying focused. Now, when you were a young man, I read, courtesy of Dane Brugler, he missed the fact that you were the tallest guy in Elba, which we gave him some grief about. But he did note, and I believe this is true because everything he says is typically right on. At one point, you gave up football as a young man for your love of woodwind instruments. Yeah. Do you still play?
No, I do not. No? Nah, I gave it up. My sister, she kind of took over. My little sister, she took over. So, yeah, once I stepped on the court, freshman, I was still in band freshman, but that's when I started transitioning more into sports. So I was in band, and I was in basketball, and then spring football hit. I couldn't even be in band no more, so I had to pick, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather take the field now. Like, I know how it feels to play for the stands, and I want to experience it like on the field. So I'm glad I made that change. I'm very glad.
I bet we're glad you did too. So when you think about it, you had 3 years of high school football, 3 years of college football, and now you're in the NFL. So 6 years you've been playing football, and you're in the NFL now. Is that crazy?
That's insane. Because somebody said that a couple months ago, but it didn't stick. Like I didn't think about it like that. And the mom was like, I didn't go through senior year of college, 3-3 NFL, like just that quick. And it really shot by. Life really shot by like fast. Like it went by so fast. Like I still remember, scoring a touchdown in high school, and now I'm sitting here like in the NFL. Like it was just sitting there. I just sat here and think about it. Like yesterday when I sat down, I seen my locker, and it was like, wow, like it was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
So it was just just a roller coaster. I'm just happy. I'm very happy. Like I when I got drafted, I couldn't stop smiling. Like the whole night, I didn't go to sleep that night. So
your dreams came true.
It did. Now I just gotta keep living it.
That's right. Keep putting the work in, and I know that's one of the reasons they love you, because you will. And I don't know if you got a chance to watch Building the Browns or you've talked to the coaches, but you've seen like everybody in this organization wanted you. Like they were like, we're coming out of the draft with Alex Wright. Is that kind of crazy when you sit back and think about that they had pegged you? And I know you said you knew that they were kind of interested, but like that was it. We're getting Alex Wright. It's happening, and now here you are, a Brown.
Yeah, I kind of felt it coming like on draft day. Like I wasn't even focused on like any other team. Like
really?
Once I seen Cleveland coming, like I'm ready. I might go to Cleveland. Then my agent get to talking, and he calls me because my other agent was there. That's under him, and we just keep in contact. He's like, yeah, Cleveland sound good. And then days before that, my coach called me. And my position coach, he was like, yeah, a funny place you could go to? I'm like, who? Baltimore? He was like, nah, Cleveland. So in my head, I'm like, have you and my agent been like talking behind my back? Like, so it was like it was kind of like a premonition, like, oh, this is. So I went into draft day like just Cleveland. Like I'm not thinking about Baltimore. I'm not thinking about LA. I'm not thinking about
Baltimore.
No more. Like I'm not thinking about nobody. It was like I want to go to Cleveland. I'm just waiting on Cleveland. I see and when I finally got the call, he was like, yeah, they're gonna end up picking you. And he was like, you should receive a phone call, but stay on the phone with me until you receive a phone call. And I was on the phone with my agent off my his agent under him phone. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm on the phone with him, and it's just like, and when the phone call just happened on my phone, it was like just slow motion, just surreal. It was like I was in a movie. So I already knew, like, at that point, I was like, I'm going to Cleveland. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting till I get that phone call.
Yeah, look, we rolled out the blue carpet for you here. We got the nice weather for you for your first trip up here. What's it been like getting here, though, and getting around, getting to meet your defensive line coach, Coach Kiffin, knowing that you're going to, and I don't know if you got a chance yet to meet Miles, but knowing you're going to be playing with Myles Garrett and getting to meet Perry on the character, the guy, hilarious, and then Isaiah, who's much more quiet, but getting to meet these guys and getting up here.
It's just a vibe, This is gonna be like my new family, and it's like I have no problem with that whatsoever. I have none. Kiffin, you can tell he's the coach that drives, and he's gonna push it to their potential, and that's what I love about him, and that's what I love about being that type of coach that puts that on their players, because their players, he sees their potential, so, and he stops at nothing to, make, to help them reach that. So, and then, you got Perry on. It's gonna be a funny year. You got Perry on, Perry on, me and him already laughing about stupid stuff, and it's like, Isaiah, he is the chill one. I was the chill one, like, in my room. Okay. So having to, like, I already have a personality of a chill person. Like, I gotta find something. It can't be two chill people in the room. So like,
you gotta step it up.
I gotta step it up a little bit. So it's gonna be, just a whole lot of personalities in the room. But that's what makes the whole room unique. Yeah. So I can't wait.
Listen, we can't wait, and you get to get out here on this grass in a couple hours. How excited are you to actually get out here and do, while it's very limited, it's rookie minicamp, but do some football stuff?
I mean, I'm a NFL rookie. Going to rookie camp, NFL mini rookie. I can't even say it. It
doesn't matter.
But
I'll say it.
The fact is, I'm out here, working with players that I've seen, since, that I looked at in college. I'm out here with, coaches that I've seen, since college. So just being out here, the weather is nice. I didn't miss a beat. I'm from the South, and it feels just like this down there. So I wouldn't miss a beat down there, out on the field.
It's not going to be like this always, just so you know.
I'm just counting the days. I am counting the days. When it gets cold, that's when it get cold. But now that it's still hot, I'm still enjoying it while it lasts. So.
Absolutely, that's the right mindset. All right, what's one thing you want Browns fans to know about you?
Let's see. Can it be like obvious, or can it be like
anything you want? Like just when they see you out there, because football, you're in your uniform, you're in your helmet, but when they see right on the back of that jersey, what's one thing you want them to be thinking about when they watch you take the field?
I got a story to tell about the little country boy from Elba. Let's just keep it at that.
Back in 30.
Country boy, first one to make it. I got to host the town on my back, just coming from nothing. So I really got a story to tell.
Dreams, and you're just starting it.
Yeah, and people are going to hear it. So.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see you on the field. Can't wait to talk to you again. It's certainly a pleasure, and I'm very happy for you that you're writing this story and that your dreams are coming true. And I know, as you said, you're just getting started. So, Alex, welcome to the Browns, and looking forward to a big season.
Thank you so much.
You're up.
What a bucket of cold water you throw on the weather.
So you know, it's not gonna be like.
Should have been
this.
here 2 weeks ago. Pure suck.
Right. This is great, though. I think it's fantastic. It's lovely. Gibbe's out there telling these rookies, like, yeah, the whole rest of the year is perfect.
No. This is what I said. For about 4 to 5 months out of the year,
he didn't say for
the weather is top notch.
The word "for" never.
Here's
came
what I
out
love
of your
about this show. As Zegura is telling me the story, it's 7 months. Gibby's out there telling him there's 7 months out of the year. Gibby goes, no, 5. I said 5. So then we get on air and it's 4 to 5 months.
Never said that.
What's the
5
real
months.
truth? You, sir, are liars.
Yes.
Not
me.
Are liars.
I'm not lying.
Not me.
I
Not
said
me.
5 months.
He said 5 months. He did say
And
5 months.
Zegura was like,
What do you joke about that,
outta
Dad?
here.
Yeah.
He's like
5 months.
it'll start raining next week for the next 6 weeks, and then like you'll have like 2 months of sunshine, and then
It rains an inordinate amount in the summer here.
It's rain.
For like what we deal with the rest of the time. Like it should be from today until October 1. Nobody should ever get rained out of anything.
I don't have a problem with that.
You grew up in the Bay Area. You grew up in the droughts
in the world.
Yes, yeah. Yes, his youth in the Bay Area when he had a baseball game scheduled, it happened. When he had a golf game, you played. You want to play hoops outdoors? Fine. Beach volleyball? Knock yourself out. No weather concerns. Couldn't even watch. You couldn't even water your lawn. Couldn't wash your car.
That's right.
You know that. He knows. He agrees with me.
All in 1 week, we're banning ice cream trucks.
Nobody's banning ice cream trucks. What I said was
sucks here.
So much more to come.
What I said was it's an odd concept.
850 ESPN Cleveland. Browns. Be sure to check out Browns Live Meet the Rookies, presented by Vivid Seats and hosted by Z, Wednesday night, May 18th.
That's me.
That's you, 7 o'clock.
Oh, baby.
Set your DVRs, clevelandbrowns.com, the Browns mobile app, the Browns YouTube channel. Hear from the newest members of the Cleveland Browns roster with exclusive interviews that Browns Live Meet the Rookies, presented by Vivid Seats.
1 minute.
Wednesday, May 18th, 7 o'clock. Shout out to my boy Kingsley Beamsy. First communion tomorrow. Good job out of you, buddy. Proud of you. Good job. Very, very good. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Get out there and
shout out to Kingsley.
Kingsley, yeah, big moment for him. Big moment.
Prom weekend, baby.
Oh, Gibby.
Buckle up.
Oh, Gibby.
I sense you. I really like the notion of you policing what's going on, keeping an eye on things.
I'll be working after prom.
Yes, that's what I want.
And then I have festivities planned for the parents that worked after prom.
That I would watch live on YouTube. You doing that?
Oh, God.
That I would watch.
Yeah, that'd be a great show.
I would be into that. The next level coming up next. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.